And welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a special, intimate interview, just me and Cody Slaughter here.
That's right.
An event coming up. Now, and the reason we're doing this little interview is because you are a busy guy.
We're staying busy. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, basically, you're only in town for just a short period of time. And
yeah, we got off that $1 Million Quartet tour, and that was 8 shows a week, every day. And,
how was that? I mean, that seems grueling.
It was grueling. It was grueling, but I can't complain about it because,
that's a once in a lifetime.
I was so blessed.
Yeah.
To get to do that. And
now tell the people about that. It's a stage play, right?
Yes, sir. It was a Broadway show, and it was I think got a Tony Award. And anyway, they took it on the road, and the first national tour started, I think, in 2011. And then I went out there with them. We toured the country and went to Japan and Canada and just everywhere. And,
what was that like going overseas?
Kind of nerve-wracking for me because I'm allergic to a lot of food, but yeah, it was wild. Monday was our day off, but that was a plane or a bus.
Yeah.
And but it was like almost 2 years of school for me that I never went to school for any of this, but that was like my schooling,
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's a life experience, I guess.
Yeah.
And you were with the other guys, and the other characters in this stage play were who?
It was the show's about December 4th, 1956. Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and Johnny Cash all hung out at Sun Records in Memphis and just jammed and played music.
And this is true.
Yeah, it's a true event. Yeah,
and was based on that one account.
And then they made the Broadway show out of it. And so we had Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis and these other actors and everybody had an understudy. So there was a total of about 30-something of us on the road.
Really?
Together at all times. Yeah. So it was pretty wild.
How is the overseas audience different than here?
They enjoyed it. They love that music, because it's something that they don't get over there very much, And Elvis never went over there to play, so when that
never.
Never. Elvis never really left the country, and I mean, he went to
I'm sure he's as big now as.
Yeah, he's just huge.
Yeah.
He's huge, especially in other countries.
Yeah.
They really love it.
Yeah. I would think, now, and I've said this before, that I've seen a lot of different tribute artists, and you're the closest.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I believe that. I mean,
well,
I wouldn't be saying that just because you're here.
Thank you, though.
But how is, and you're inside your skin, so you when somebody comes up to you, and you probably can see the look from across the room as they come up. You can see that either they have met Elvis in person, for real, or can you? What's
always,
that like?
Yeah, and it's always you meet some people that have a story. Hey, I remember. Yeah. Elvis when he bought me a Cadillac, or just bought me something, or there's everybody's kind of has an Elvis story, even if you weren't there or whatever. Everybody knows about Elvis, so it's pretty interesting,
Yeah.
And I know who I am, and I don't think I'm Elvis or anything like that.
You're pretty down to earth.
Yeah,
but you just happen to be blessed with not only the looks, but the moves and the voice. So
it's really worked out for me, and I never thought when I was younger, that it would ever come this far. I never did, and we just played with Montgomery Gentry and all these things have been happening that when I was little I dreamed about,
Yeah.
And it's all happening. And
now, how old are you now? I'm going to ask
22.
You that. 22.
22.
Now, you've been doing this show for the last 5 years, and you were still in high school.
Yeah.
I think one of the questions I asked you was, and it was probably an inappropriate question at the time. Because
that's all right. It probably went right over my head too.
Probably went over it. But I think I asked, are you worried about your looks changing?
You know what? That's something it was weird because when I was, in grade school, up till about 5th or 6th grade, I didn't really look the way I do now. And I guess when I started going through those stages in life, it just worked out, and that's another thing that I got blessed with it.
Yeah,
and one day, who knows, you know?
Yeah.
It could go away. I don't know. I might look
I
like
don't know.
ZZ Top.
I don't think so. You're not going to go off the edge. I think you've been well groomed, and the star thing is you're not going to take it to a level where you're going to wear a blonde wig and carry a puppy around.
I don't think so. I don't think so. That didn't work for me. No.
That didn't. Was that you?
Well, no. Hey, man. But,
so now, how often are you on the road?
We got done with the tour, and that was back. Shoot, when did we get done with that tour, Vicky? February or something? I don't even know. I should know. That's sad, isn't it? But since then, we've been gone every weekend. I mean, I've had, I think, 2 weekends home in the past year.
So you're out doing a show.
Yeah, always doing
shows.
shows. Yeah, okay. Just traveling and either jumping in the car and going, or jumping on the plane and then coming back. And you know, that's what I like about it. I leave, and I'm always nervous every time before I leave. You know, and because you just never know what's going to happen out there. You know, and you don't know what you're going to come home to. You know, things always change when I leave. Or maybe it's me. I don't know.
Are you worried about the venues or the audience appreciation or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it to me really is the traveling part.
Yeah.
Scares me a little bit.
You don't know.
The plane rides and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and then you know, and I always believe that everything will work out the way it's supposed to. You know, so if I get there and it's a certain type of crowd or it's a certain this and that, I think I've learned over the years how to adapt and try my best to find a groove and something that they'll like, and so I worry about that when I get there and I'm on stage and it all just kind of comes together. But sometimes them plane rides scare me. And so I'm just, you know, I pray before I leave, and when that plane lands, when I get home, I'm just so happy about it. You know, and I love it. I love it here in Arkansas. You know?
Well, talking about being in Arkansas and you being here. You're going to be here to do another concert at the Lyric Theater.
That's right.
And that's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, September 7th, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, and we have a band coming. Last time I was here, I told you we might have a band. We ended up having one last year, but we got a band coming out of Chicago. I think it's a 5-piece band, and so it'll be really rocking.
That always lends an extra value added plus when you have a band there.
And we used to do, when I first did the Lyric, I think how old was I, like 13 or 14, just an appearance or something. And we did a band a couple times back when, and then time went on, we didn't really have a band, but since things have been working out, and I feel like if we're going to put on a show, we might as well put on the best one that we can. You know, this one to me is not about making money or nothing. I want to put on a good show for Harrison, you know. Because we only get to do it once a year. Yeah. So I'm bringing in a nice band and backup singers, and we'll rock and roll for a little while.
Yeah. Well, I know that September 7th is coming up really soon. It's less than a month away, and tickets are available right now. And as usual, you sell out.
Yeah, we sell
very
out.
Quickly.
We're running. We're getting there pretty quick right now, I think.
I think the Lyric holds around 370 people, somewhere around in there. 364 count, and I think we've had more people in there with.
I'm about to bring you by a ticket, man. I'll bring you by. Bring you by a ticket. That's right. Because you taught me everything. You remember that?
I did.
You remember the dance moves. Come on. If you watched the previous episode, you'll see.
Yeah. Okay. But I want to let people know that tickets are on sale now, and where can they get the tickets?
Vicky, 870-391-1413.
1413. And
that's Vicky.
Okay, and we want to let people know that it is not an OAC event. It's a special event put on by Vicki Johnson, and so.
Well, we're all together. It's
well,
put on by
yes,
all of us,
yeah.
Vicky has a lot to do with it.
You guys do this every year, and it's not something that the theater company or the OAC schedules. It's an independent event.
We rent the theater and we do it. So
So we want everyone to pack out, and I'm sure it will be. I think the plea here now is to make sure that you get your tickets early if you want to see it. because
It'll
probably
go quick, yeah.
a week or two before the event, it's going to be sold completely out. So
wow.
we're glad to have you back in
Thank
Harrison.
you.
As always, we obviously have a special place in our hearts for you. I mean,
likewise.
We like you to come home, and we like to hear your wild and crazy stories.
Oh
when
man,
you
I can
come
tell
back.
you some wild stories. We've had some wild times on the road.
I bet you have.
Yeah,
I bet you
well,
have.
I've been left in cities. What, Vicky? Oh yeah, we met Priscilla. Talked to Priscilla.
Oh yeah.
We did David Letterman.
Well, I saw the David Letterman. There were two versions of that. I think you were on for just a little bit,
Yeah,
and then they came back and showed the full.
Yeah, I was
clip.
on. I think it was on that first night we did that Jailhouse Rock thing.
Yeah, they were short on time, I think, weren't they?
They were getting close, and it scared me. I remember being in New York watching sitting there on watching the TV, and he says, it's getting down to like 2 minutes and 1 minute, and they got it in. It scared me a little bit.
Well, you didn't act nervous at all.
Oh yeah, you should have been there with me, man. Boy, that was nerve-wracking.
Did you come back the next day, or was that?
I think I flew. Yeah. Let's see, what was I doing? No, I was on the tour, the Dollar Quartet. So I flew from one city to New York City, and from New York City back to that whatever city I was in to continue that tour.
Well, that was pretty cool. We were all excited about that.
Thank you.
Did David appreciate?
Yeah, and that's what I was happy with. I wondered if he was going to try to make it to be like kind of funny or something like that, and he took it very serious.
Well,
he was real cool about it.
Well, it's always that somebody is honest with you when the cameras go off.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you exactly.
Yeah, he just he went in there. I like my white tube socks are showing. Yeah, he went in there and yeah, he did his thing. I think he ran it a couple times, and I remember being backstage. Everybody was great, and it was something that I always wanted to do, and it happened.
It happened.
And your idea of it before you go is so much different. And then when you get there and you see that, okay, David Letterman comes in every day at this time. He does this, and then he goes home. And then the production team's there, and they do that, and they don't think nothing about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like a job,
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool to get to see that.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're back, and we want to let people know September 7th at the Lyric Theater, 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale for Cody Slaughter with a night with him, and actually a live band's going to be with him. Yes. And we're all excited about seeing him come to the Lyric one more time. So get your tickets now. That phone number again is 870-391
1413.
1413. 1413. All right.
Perfect. Well, he knows more than I do, Vicky.
No, it's not. No, it's up there, but it doesn't make sense.
He's actually my manager. We just didn't tell anybody.
He
booked this gig.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you so much for being back.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you exactly how I feel about you when the camera.
Okay, yeah, please do. Yeah.